I love the rock paper scissors analogy because I think that actually works perfectly to how the util works now. I really like that. I'm gonna steal that. That's cool. Yeah, I think if we look at these two teams, which are you going to be siding with as your favorite to take the series?
I think I'm going to have to go with Apex, to be honest. But that's just my prediction, and it doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that we're in game, Lucy. I assume you're kind of leaning the same way?
Yeah, I think so. I think what they showed us against Aurora was very convincing. And I think for all the reasons outlined during the pregame, it does feel like Apex are going to have a slight advantage into this series. So going up towards ramp early, Nox put the dualies on the T side, so he's going to be leading the charge with them. Martinez on the other side has dual breaders of his own, and he's got a triple kill with them. The bomb dropped, he's taken names. Adam S is there to get the 4th frag. And Sense, the newest addition to the squad from Apex Rebels, is on the site with no bomb, no teammates, and shortly, no life.
Yeah, really good pistol round out of Martinez. Just swings. And again, we're going to be seeing a lot of that here, guys. Because that's just what the meta is right now. Martinez on the dual Berettas, he can just farm them up, take a really big wide strafe after the initial contact, and collects all of them. It feels like a meat grinder sometimes with those dual Berettas in towards gap, and this round was no exception. No bomb plant, no money. Apeks taking eco. Movistar Riders invest a lot of SMGs, looking to farm up some cash and prioritize getting Martinez on this orb.
Oh, Martinez has spotted that player going past. You putting out Martinez to get the SMG kills. Nice one from jkaem though. PT50. Durham's one. And then forward can be upgraded for Martinez as he collects a couple more frags. Going mostly for the SMGs. It's already one casualty. That's absolutely fine for Movi.
I wonder if they're gonna play bonus. Yeah, they are. Okay, just keeping the SMGs. Alex on dual Berettas only.
Surely
you invest here. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. That's definitely the right call.
I think the conversation there was, is Martinez going to buy and drop the SMG over?
Absolutely.
And yeah, they opted to instead. Alex invests himself. Martinez looking to get some money. And everyone currently progressing up towards the ramp. Quite a passive setup from Movi this time around. Martinez is setting up util, but Adam S decides he doesn't really want to get involved just yet.
Big fight over towards B as well early. Whilst there was no kill, it did a lot of damage towards Sense, and it gave Movistar all of that space. So that feels like Apex need to move. They need to just try and get some progression. Nade goes in, doesn't do too much to Sassanito, and look at all of this utility. Molly smoking towards elevator, but kyxsan overstays his welcome. Martinez just tucked in at the headshot, looking for even more here, and now the cavalry's arrived. There's 4 players here for Movistar.
jkaem though, that's a great kill to get. Gives them a bit of space. You can see some util being set up. Sense is so low. He just has to sit on back. They've used all their util. So the T's have got this single flashback on Sense, but they're just going to go for contact. There isn't denial utility, at least, except for this HE, which isn't going to do enough to kill jkaem, but does do a hefty chunk of damage. Still doesn't stop jkaem continuing to frag, though. Look at him go. 2 more kills to his name, stuck behind default, gets the reload off, and is swung on. Sassanito, the star of their earlier fray, now has 1+2 on his hands. Flashbang over the top, dodges it, and wide swing comes through from Moppos. That's perfect. Retake successful, and 4 kills for Martinez.
That's all on the SMG as well. That's a lot of money being earned here. Bonus converted as well. Really good round from Movistar. Good denial utility, because all the time that's still setting up the SMG to get involved. And Martinez just pushes. Fair play to jkaem. 35 points of health. Finds a double kill. Looks a little bit probable for Apex, but where they were losing numbers in the interim, it just means there's just enough players for Movistar Riders to get it over the line. But with the bomb plant, you get Galils, you get Tech 9s, Deagles as well. Okay. A little bit more of an investment than we're typically used to seeing. But obviously you've got less rounds to play with now. You've got to make every single one count.
Hero rifle out and the pressure being applied. I will say the issue with last round is that Houston just wasn't ready for Martinez to be there, and you can see the entire idea behind their utility was to scale fast and deep and to get forward control. And as soon as that falls, they just rely on the contacts. It's going to be pretty contact heavy here as well. See, Sense has just bought util. He's the guy that's been in charge of all of that, so he has a Tech 9. So I hope he's been practicing his CS2 util. That's some noise you didn't really want to make. Now you've alerted them to just what's what. Jacob's been given a lot of space. Using the smoke like a bit of a one-way and just peeks up off the back of that flashbang. Look at the flash assist. 4 of them fill the feed. That is beautiful. I think his opponent blind out of the round. And not getting peppered through smokes.
So impressed. The utilities you mentioned, the flashbangs assists were great, but I was looking at the smokes. The amount of progression that Apeks were actually able to make up the B stairs was completely nullified by the amount of utility that Movistar riders were using to suppress. Just even goes up and over on the double box and then gets the flashbang over. So they're committed into the contact. It means they have to look at this flashbang Apeks, and they just get completely overwhelmed. First timeout being called in. Another investment about to enter the battlefield for this T side. Nork should be able to get an AWP if he even wants it.
Yeah, not always the case in the T side of Vertigo, and I think that's compounded on Vertigo. On CS2. On Vertigo. That's compounding. Compounding those two things to give you a good reason not to buy the AWP.
Compounding strike 2. Even extra flashies being dropped in spawn.
Dude, Martinez has like 10k. I'm surprised he hasn't got the AWP out.
Farming with the AK. And I guess the MP9. I mean, it's interesting. You did mention that, but the way that Movistar riders have been starting a lot of these rounds, when they're showing aggressive tendencies, it's more towards mid and B. It's been quite passive over towards A. jkaem will find Mopos. That was in towards middle, and Justice literally behind it. So that's going to be interesting. Meanwhile, Sassanito blowing up smokes, diverting attention, whilst Just finds jkaem. Apeks to scale B.
jkaem going down is pretty brutal, though. He fell back just to kind of stay alive. See a lot of these interactions with the HEs, but scaling on through. Sense gets some good space. It's going to allow that bomb to potentially come through. 4 versus 4. Another smoke can be thrown forward, but Adam has found Sassanito. Kill comes back through, and Sense finally progresses. Gets a critical kill into Martinez. There's a flank coming through, but it's going to arrive late. Adam S, though. Let's get there to hold. Alex is playing in smokes, which quite the same way they work in Go. Now they spot him out. He has to fall back, but it's given some space for this flag. No, he is just going to be looking to maybe sit back. All this progression forward. No fights being found for the CTs. Just going to try and deny a few players, if you can, from saving.
Really good round from Apeks. Just the fact that you've got Sassanito blowing up the smoke in towards a ramp, trying to take fights. It just keeps the attention there. Sure, Movistar riders collect a few kills at the end, and there's actually damage for this round coming up. But a lot of credit to the mid-rounding of Apeks, and that was something that was very prevalent and coordinated in the game against Aurora. Sometimes had slow starts, but built back into the game, especially in the mid-round. Really key decisions being called out by kyxsan. It does come at a cost of utility, though. Those couple of kills that Alex found means that the weaponry's been prioritized, and the nade department is slightly lacking. Oh.
Buzz boosted up. The AWP in play as well, holding down towards ramp.
That boost is wider.
Oh, yeah, jkaem finds Mopos and he goes flying. A little bit wider, as you mentioned, and jkaem is ready for it. And I think if jkaem's having this kind of form that he's showed earlier, continuing into this map, that's going to cause a lot of issues for Movi and towards mid.
Yeah. I like the idea for Movi going for that boost, though, because it is a little gimmicky, especially in the early life cycle of this game. It's like, okay, well, players aren't going to expect me to be this wide out. Alex, again, he's that player that has been dealing with some of the issues that Apeks have been presenting, and even trade out towards ramp means that Sassanito has got the space. Nork not yet committed because Sensor's just walked B.
He's caught perfect timing. Yeah, he's caught Just. Just didn't realize that he'd been able to progress that close towards Jens. So the immediate rotation now comes on through. I think he's just stopped a moment to throw the right side Gen smoke. You can see that one coming down. Gonna have to be the retake. There's a kit for Martinez.
Great molly.
Yeah, it's actually slowed things down. North goes all the way forward. Flash over. They're wanting to fight a little bit. The smoke still up for now, and they are going to be able to progress forward to plant the bomb. Another Molotov comes on forward, but the bomb allowed down. Nork falls back. Sense was holding for that peak the whole time, but Alex catches him off at 1 versus 1, and Alex wins it out. 4 kills in the round, 3 in that retake. Phenomenal.
Yeah, huge round from Alex. So you got to give a lot of credit to that incendiary being thrown as well. Actually spread a little bit upwards towards the generators. One thing that certainly Apeks weren't expecting. And then as soon as Martinez takes contact out towards Cold Zero, it's Alex that is flying through, taking the wider angles by the generator. So you've got a kind of a decoy with the AWP. Because all your crosshairs are trained out to that wide position, but you're not expecting up close. Alex taking 3 scalps is absolutely massive. And that prevents Apeks from getting back-to-back rounds in a row, letting them build in this first half.
Yeah, it's really well played by Movi. It felt like a round they probably shouldn't have won, given the situation of that retake, the smoke going down, the bomb going down as well, and then that first kill, basically at 1 versus 3. Cool flashes being set up by Jacob, deep over towards ramp to enable his team to scale up. He's not going to be respecting the early smoke. He's going to establish some good ground.
Yeah, they're great flashes because that targets Crane. So it means that Martinez can't peek early for info. Between jkaem and Sense, Mopos hits the deck.
I think he got that kill before he fell.
Oh. I hope so.
Oh. Just thought about peeking, but besides the fallback, Alex has taken a lot of ground. You can see he's in towards the ladder, just through that X-ray. They've held a very passive setup, but Alex activates, finds Nork, drops the bomb, and that's the sort of chaos he was looking to cause. Now he can just fall back.
Very smart for him to fall back as well. Because now this forces Apeks into a decision, well, the back lines are under threat, so we have to take space into the only piece of control we have, which is over towards a ramp. Movistar Riders know this, and that's why they've reinforced with 2. It was a 3rd, but Alex is just checking in case anyone has come up behind him to clear that space. 20 seconds, by the way, and Apeks, those double nades do nuclear damage. That is absolutely disgusting.
Just needed a 3rd to finish the rest of them off. They do get the bomb down, so that's something. Jacob's the only one with any health right now. Sassanito back in towards the sandbags. In a good spot. Jacob's found another 5, but look at the health. We'd love to have a HE right now. 2 versus 3. Got that smoke. Can't go forward. No kid, as you just highlighted. They found the first kill. Tapping the bomb. Jacob's found another. Just needs to find these 2 kills. They're spamming the smoke. That's giving some ideas. Knows what the last one is, but Jacob just needs to hide. Just needs to play the time. 10 seconds left. He's won the round.
Great job. I really like that. jkaem with the heads-up play. Look, there's going to be sacrifices made into the buy of Movistar because every single time it comes down to a 1 versus X or it just comes down to a couple of players alive, look at what it's done for the money, right? They have to force into it, of course. It's first stage loss bonus, but you lose this. Apeks are just going to be within 1 round of touching distance. That's ridiculous. Oh, I like that idea. The nade blows in the middle, so you can't actually see the player cross, and then you got the flashbang as well. But jkaem, he's just better.
Yeah, Absolutely. He's been finding an opener towards mid consistently. The issue has that a lot of those early rounds he did get traded, but no opportunity to do that this time. Apeks just goes a unit. B side has been evacuated. Stacking over towards A. Waves go forward, just being careful of taking all the spacing, and nice pathing from jkaem just to find his way through. The site is littered with flames, so you know you're completely safe from them. Bomb gets planted, and well, Movi might just look to save these weapons and give it another go tomorrow.
Oh. However, M4 dropped. Now that alerts the rest of Apeks. Well, let's save it over towards A, guys. You could go and hunt this. I don't mind throwing a couple of players kind of to the wolves. But if you lose a couple of AKs and you upgrade Movistar, then that hurts you more than it hurts them.
Everyone's falling. And keeping 3 alive is perfect. Even upgrading a Galil to an AK. That's a great round for Apeks. Couldn't have gone better. See that? Oh, Martinez can refund that if he wants to.
Yeah.
And he will. There we go. Cool new CS2 mechanic in play. We love it.
That's such a good change.
It is. It really is. No more accidental negevs or auto snipers.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I bought an AWP. None of that anymore.
No, no, no.
Funnily enough, since they had that bonus round, like Martinez is 9-3, but I think it was the first full gun round for Apeks. I think it was when Movistar went 3-0 or 4-0. Yeah, 3-0. He hasn't had a kill since then. No AWP either.
He was 9-1, wasn't he? Beast tack for Movi. They're going to move as a unit. So Sens might be under a bit of pressure. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nork can just prevent them from coming on through. They recover the AK. He picks up the bomb. Should be all fine. Should be all fine. Yeah, they got a mid player, so...
What was cool there as well, I don't know if you heard it, and I might be hard capping, but where they all ran into that molly, it gave off 3 distinct separate audio cues. So I'm not sure whether you've got just that initial audio for someone running in the molly, or whether it continues to burn and it makes the noise, or whether it's based on individual players. Because it could have communicated, oh, there were 3B there, because 3 have just walked into my molly. I don't know. I like theory crafting and not really knowing.
If you can, like, distinguish those noises, though, on Vertigo in particular, when you're in the lower part, there's just so much going on. You can have some pretty elfish ears.
I think an interesting talking point is that Assassinito, we were praising him a lot. He's 1-8. Hasn't really had the start he was hoping for. jkaem, you mentioned, has picked up his form and keeps on going, which is a welcome relief for Apeks. We just need to get Assassinito online.
Yeah, it's great to see a fellow Australian succeeding so well.
Honorary.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, the boy. And like a fray over towards A as a deep smoke goes forward to allow them to path quickly up the ramp. Look at Assassinito. Flashbang over, he's dodged it. Oh, clotheslines Martinez on that swing. Beautiful opener.
CTs are fighting for the space back. I think that molly missed, though, which isn't ideal. Oh, no, it did. It did land. Still getting used to these audio cues, because that sounded like it missed, but I feel like that's like a similar go noise. But that actually means it's hit. I don't know. Sounds all weird.
Interested in fighting towards ramp. AG's pretty decent, but the one back is one better. It's like ping pong. But ping pong where the ball explodes no matter what. So it's about hitting the ping pong ball as close to your opponent as possible.
Meanwhile, in mid, Norktown Mopos. And it looks like they're splitting B here, but Justice found true crucial kills. That's the bomb dropped. 35 seconds left, but Sense finds him. Adames is relocated in towards CT spawn. Sense is walking wounded. Nade blows up in Adames's face. How on earth has he not found that kill? 1 HP, and kyxsan just runs through the smoke. Why not? That's wild how they recover that round. Just so much chaos.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sense gets that kill, gets both 1 HP, but I think the critical thing was select from kyxsan. Not only does he get the kill successfully, because obviously on the Movistar side, you've just dropped the bomb, you killed 2 players in, there's like 22 seconds left, you're calling bombs on Guardian, come hold, and then this lurk kill comes through, suddenly a 1v3, and kyxsan, he's done enough, he can just burst through the smoke at the end.
We're nearly at half-time. 5 rounds each, and this is a compromising buy out of Movistar Riders. They want to put their best foot forward into the last round of the half. But for Apeks, Arin slipping on a banana peel. This should be their 6th round on the board. Flashbang goes high in towards Gap. Nork is able to find the first. Nice nade in response. But meanwhile, there are just fights being taken all over the place.
He got the kill on the Gap as well. That was from the player that was further back. It's kind of crazy. Vertigo wins out the second fight there as well, and they can just swarm the site now. So it's just the halfie. Keep money for that final round of play. Feels like everyone from Apeks coming online. They're going to be taking the lead. Potential to win out the half, 7-5.
Still gonna take a while to get used to that.
You're getting used to what the new halves can be. With a 9-3 half earlier, that sounded so wrong.
No AWP for Martinez all half long.
I think out of a 1 round.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But did not
towards Crane. Yeah,
but did not actually get to shoot it.
Yeah. That hurts. So do those nades. On towards the top of Gap. Alex 40 points of health, but it's Martinez that wins out the fight. And Adam even converts on towards Nork. Much better for Movistar Riders.
Yeah, it's time giving 3 players over, seeing that Apeks have gotten a bit too comfortable fighting up towards ramp and taking that control for free. This time, they throw all their bodies at it. They come out ahead easily. The only hope now for Apeks is this fight over on B. For a second, they might line up, and they did, but only body shots. 3 versus 4, but limping our Apeks. Penalty goes out. There's going to be a fight coming through as well. You can find a nice entry kill. That would help them out, but everyone's falling. Take the sole remaining player, but not for long. Movistar get the final round, and it is a 6-6 half, close as can be.
we speak. I'm running circles. Since you're in my life, I can get no sleep. If you give me a sign, I'll be yours to keep. Just wanna say you're mine and make history. 'Cause I've been playing blind, wasting all this time, yeah, I need clarity. Give me some clarity. Yeah, I know.
6 rounds each to kick off the first half of Apex's map pick of Vertigo. Martinez has brought a lot of utility to kick things off as well for Movistar riders, who have been really impressed me with their utility. And if this keeps going on the right foot, then my prediction could be completely blown out the water.
Opus has thrown all his stuff on the floor like a baby throwing a tantrum. Don't make me buy the utility. Buys it anyway. He's gonna pick it all up in a second. Like a hoover. Slurping it up off the floor. Best way to enjoy a hearty meal. Starting for a push with a lot of this util.
It's a cool stack out of Apex. You got 4 players on every single angle in towards middle. You've then got the jiggle peak coming in from Sassanito over towards A ramp. So you can get the early intel. And what's cool about this stack in particular is by having 4 players in towards mid, if Movistar riders go here, obviously you've got it reinforced, but you've got quick rotations, whether that's towards A or towards B.
Yeah, and when you don't have a kit in play, you need to have those fast rotations. You need to be able to fight quickly. Don't allow the T's to get into a strong post plant. So Sassanito is going to get all this information very shortly. As Movi, who are waiting for a bit of aggression, don't fight anything. So they're the ones that start to accelerate. Up the ramp they go, using the Molotov to flush out sandbags. Nobody's home, as mentioned. You can see on the minimap, everyone's fallen back. Giving a bit of space over. Does mean they're going to have a lot of bodies here to fight.
I mean, you've got a flash and you've got a smoke for kyxsan, but you don't really have any disruptive utility unless you put the flash proactive and then everyone goes in. Complete collateral damage here for Apeks as they get 4 kills for the price of 1. And Martinez, with 4 kills on the pistol round of the previous, would now need an ace and finds absolutely nothing.
That's such a cool pistol round for all the reasons you highlighted on the setup originally. And then we got to see it actually play out over towards A. Hit comes through, and as they're planting the bomb, they just explode. The flashbang goes over. You've got all the bodies there ready to fight, and they just demolish Movi. So cool. Enjoyed that a lot. And sets them up for success now onto the CT side. Movi didn't get the bomb down. Denied by the swarm of Apeks. Means that they've just got these Glocks and got 4 rifles out, including an AUG for Apeks.
You know, I was seeing how good it was for Norway in that original game. I thought, actually, I want to try some of that. Straight in towards mid, up and over they go. They go straight into jkaem and Nork. And whilst it did look like potentially Nork would be overwhelmed and then suddenly a lot of pressure's thrown on towards Sense, no. 5 kills between the 2 of them. Apeks hit 8.
Oh, kyxsan was like literally half a meter of picking up that M4 that was up on Guardian. Would have loved to have got that upgrade from the MP9. So they do lose a rifle, but it's not the worst. As you can see there, Fire looks very comfortable here as they go up against the AKs. The MP9 quite powerful in towards Gap anyway. Ooh, Molotov goes forward. Just to disrupt if someone wanted to sit behind and towards Henny. kyxsan, he wants to get active. Swings around. Gonna peek on him in a second. Spotted out. Dinked as he goes for the wide swing, but Sassanito provides cover. Mopos lucky to get away with 1 HP.
Oh.
A little bit shy.
Awkward. It was interesting there is that Apeks didn't initially, smoke off the ramp. This is how they're doing it now. Another resmoke comes in, halfway point. Really interesting to look at this. Normally we see the smoke recycled on the first sandbag. However, it doesn't really work the same now. It kind of gets a little bit engulfed in the sandbag itself. However, this definitely prevents control and contact. And you can't really progress too far through it because players could be standing on the rafters. Mopos and Alex now regroup. Nade's about to line up, and you've got nowhere else to go here if you're Movistar. You've got to commit in towards A.
Pos finally meets his makeup. But just gets a nice kill back on Sassanito. Jacob, careful not to overextend. Goes up, but caught by Just. They weren't ready for Nork to be tucked on through. And luckily for Just, he's cleared. Sentinel's just charging on in. Off default though, and another player survives with 1 HP.
Wow. Fair play, Movistar. I feel like Apeks really overplayed that hand, especially with jkaem jumping up on towards headshot, especially because they didn't really have the utility to fight forward like they did in the pistol round.
And Nork was there already in towards short.
I mean, that's the justification for it. The fact that you've got Nork in towards short, it allows you to go aggressive up headshot to scale down ramp. jkaem also threw that deep flash, but there was just too many players. You already had the player advantage, Apeks. You didn't really need to lose it.
Overextension now puts Apeks in the back foot. Got a couple of deagles in play, but more like than not, it can be 8-8 in a moment. Rolling down ramp. Grows one of those deagles, but also dodges that for now. They are starting to fight a little bit, and it does cost him his life. Just want to keep this one without losing too many players.
All you hope is you don't walk into the stack. You hope that they've moved. They haven't. See jkaem, Nork still trying to fight. I like the fact that Nork has been so vocal, running about with the reload, because now you're not anticipating jkaem. We'll only find 1 kill. Nork still hanging around at default. Smoke's now coming for Movistar, and they're being pincered as well. Sense has walked down the ramp, and he's taken Martinez again down to a painstakingly low 2 HP.
God, these players just get away with nothing. It's shocking. Nork's still doing a bit of work as well. Oh, there's an AK picked out there, and there is no armor, but... Okay, Alex has spotted it. That negates that quite a bit. Nork would love to find something. 2 players. A single shot from the deagle would deal with either of them. Martinez is surely dead here. Nork should have him locked in. We're going the wrong way. No, it splits him out. Good kill. AK, tap that Bob. Ooh, he's hard to believe, but Alex, quick with the headshot.
That was a cool spam by Just as well. Low HP was spraying through the furthest right-hand side of the pillaring towards short. Call that the Eternal Fire spam, because it feels like every single game you watch Eternal Fire, they will do that exact one, and it goes directly through. It hits the lineup as you're crossing between Hell and Headshot. It's a really cool spam, and I like the fact that with low HP, you're still trying to get involved. You prevent Nork from walking on that angle, and it just means that you give another opportunity for your riflers to get involved and potentially escape on that bomb site.
Smoke and a HE afterwards, but just found the opener. That was over towards B. It was reinforcement immediately from Sense, but he just fell back. I guess I'll have to work mid, knowing that you've applied this pressure. You've pulled a player over. Senses. A bit further down the angle. Does eventually find that kill, and it's kind of free, but unfortunately for Apeks, they lose kyxsan to Mopos at the same time.
At least not trades in middle, and he's still holding. Still waiting for chances. Although as soon as I say he's holding, he's moved back over towards A. Sense smokes B and repositions. So some more of a gamble over towards A. The issue you've got for Apeks is that Movistar are posturing more towards that B bomb site. And as they scale up, they go round the smoke and they realize that that's a welcome invitation. They can plant the bomb. Apeks is soon going to know. Now the next question mark is, are you going to go for this retake? It's a 3-on-3. You don't really have the loss bonus to supplement this. And Nork isn't going to get there in time. It feels like they want to be involved in it. Look at how fast Sense is moving.
I wonder how much Alex heard in mid from those rotations off B. Regardless, his position has a lot of value if they do decide to go for this retake, but it does look like they're not going to. Oh, maybe not actually. Utility goes forward. Step back for a moment just to see if anyone would take an aggressive fight, and it is coming to them. Alex is walking over Guardian. He's about to find two, their backs turned. They line up for him as well, just to make it a little bit easier. That is going to be Movi taking the lead.
Really nice work. I like the fact as well he just doesn't take the immediate kill on towards Guardian as he comes around the corner. He thinks, do you know what? I can probably get a few more. So just plays it perfectly. Notice how the other Movistar players on the bomb site, they don't even peek. They're just jiggling to try and get the information, try and sell the idea further that no one's in the back lines. Guys, don't worry about middle. Second timeout now being called in for Apeks. 2 out of 3 used. And it's another one of those breakpoints where you start to think, do we invest with this saved rifle? Or do we just use our pistols? If they save, they can definitely buy into the next. So I feel like that's what you're leaning more towards. Maybe it's just a 30-second breather.
Yeah, might well be. The 13 is what we're playing for here in MR12. The Barney flashbangs try and set up Casanito with this M4. Maybe just play a bit more of a defensive game. Maybe stack some of these pistols somewhere. They're going a bit aggressive in towards mid.
How good's the Krieg in CS2?
Might find out. It's not a gun I expected to see really make its way back to CS2, but you can understand on a map like Vertigo in particular, where the AWP isn't always the most coveted item on the T side. At least the Krieg gives you a few more options in some of these fights. His spraying can be a little bad anyway. At least many do believe so. Flashbang being set up. Off over the top, swing from white box, doesn't connect into kills. Just the Eagle player in the back of the side sense does get one with it. Managed to scale into the site. There will be a flank coming through if they want to, but just want to hold on to the M4 and maybe see if you can get something done with these other other pistols. Kyxsan might be able to recover an AK perhaps.
Ooh. It's not another, it's a 2 versus 2.
Okay, hold up.
As a conversation piece to actually give this a look in. The issue you've got is that the other player actually now is armed. The bomb's already halfway ticked. You need to get going here. If you're Apeks, trying to line up these shots is Alex just hits the deck, and Alex just staying alive. He's won the round for his team. Volley goes in, sure. kyxsan can claim the kill, but there's, I don't think, enough time to do this.
There's absolutely not. No, that was well off. Great amount of damage, though. The fact that they're able to find, Casanito finds both those kills over towards Stats, felt like he probably should have been traded, but you're happy to find all 4. Keep Movi honest, but they do have the 2-round lead. Do get all the guns back out for Apeks, including that AWP for Nork, and Martinez has gone for the AWP now. So the Krieg was a short-lived phenomenon.
Shame. But I understand why. Where's that smoke going? In towards Gap. So now that's the new smoke that Apeks are using. The one that goes a little bit deeper, kind of reflected by the Movistar Riders smoke, and the one in towards Gap. And use these in tandem. And why this is so clever is because, yeah, sure, it does overcommit potentially another smoke, but you can't really nade cleanly the smoke away and get angles. You're still losing control. Sense over towards B, tucking and actually wriggling his way down the staircase. Will now look to potentially deny Movistar access. Riders up here. It's messy. Oh, it's a complete mess. Both of them full.
Yeah, the biggest issue there was the player up and towards. Railings falling, but North gets there at the right time. Stops the scaling. They're forced to fall back. Seeing what Mopos can find over towards ramp. He's found a lot. kyxsan fell back to try and support so that he could be on the fast rotation, so he conceded the site. Assassinito has the kit if the bomb does get planted.
Oh, they missed the timing, unfortunately. Mopos didn't feel confident enough to actually just take the space. To be fair, he didn't really know what was going on. So you can't really fault him for it. Retake smoke goes down, and that molly hasn't actually spread to kyxsan. They might not know he's here.
Martinez can flick up though, hits the shot. Assassinito's spray doesn't connect onto a body and just gone over the top. Ready for it though, great swing. But a player sitting in the smoke, Mopos finds his mark. And Nork has a difficult clutch in his hands. The smoke start to fade. Martinez, ooh, started to edge around, but not given a kill immediately. Nork has to fall back. Some great ideas from Apeks in just denying early on. That smoke going through was great, but the fact that Martinez had repositioned the sandbag to already provide cover, the kyxsan just wasn't ready for that.
We saw another aspect of CS2 gameplay as well from Mopos, where he was holding in the smoke specifically. Around the edges, sometimes the smoke can kind of disappear and reappear, can give you like a little bit of vision. Just the way it moves around, and obviously when shooting through a smoke, if you shoot towards the edges, the more is revealed to you. So when he takes that shot, he guarantees the intel and gets the kill. Really cool to see. I wonder if we're going to get more of that. We won't get fading through the smoke as much, but we might get players just trying to play right on the cusp of them, right on the edges, just to see how much vision they can find.
Yeah, one ways aren't gone. They're just different, it feels. This round might be the last opportunity Apeks have to fight back into the CT side. Alex has got a Mac 10. Didn't need to get the Mac 10. There was money for a rifle. They're going into pack over towards A. A big brawl setting itself up.
Oh, good kill from Nork. Gets the early kill, accommodating with the flashbang as well from his IG out. Setting him up. But Movistar Riders, despite losing the player, they don't care. They want to keep fighting and they want to keep scaling. And they've gathered the control. Molly into the sandbag. Rafters now gathered. They still want to commit to this idea. They want to go A.
A lot of rotations come over. Flashbang over the top as well. Assassinito swings on forward, almost finds a second kill off the back of it. Now the fighting towards short goes forward. Nork's found a kill as well. Assassinito taking names. Martinez in a 1 versus 4. He's still present. Has that bomb. No safe way for him to go now. Waiting for the smokes to fade, seeing if he can find some sort of kill, some sort of avenue into a clutch. Given to him, but the trade immediately. jkaem pushing through gap, scales on through. Make sure that it's only the two that fall.
Yeah, nice work. I like the idea, though, from Movistar, just to go, okay, well, you're going to fall back after you've taken the initial contact anyway, so we'll just keep taking the space. We'll try and force you into more engagements. But the flashbangs was so perfect, not only to find the opener, but to recontact in, to allow Assassinito to find more intel and info. That was really cool. No bomb plants for a few rounds means that, despite loss bonus, Movistar are back on the Glocks. And, well, they might just be giving kyxsan first official CS2 ace. Hello. Oh, you can do it.
Well, no ace. But no players fall either, so I think Apeks will be happy. kyxsan won't be too upset with the 4K. And just as it felt like Apeks were on the ropes, now it's Movi that are feeling the pressure, using their second timeout. The spy's going to be pretty decent. There is a Galil in play, but you still got the AWP on Martinez.
Sorry, I lost in thought there, just thinking about the way that Apeks are smoking with a deep one down gap. and then one that's halfway up the ramp. Because what it does as well is it kind of gives you delayed progression. So Movistar riders are only allowed to take the space in towards a ramp that Apeks will allow them to have at that moment. It's a really cool idea.
I feel like you've got next to your desk like a blackboard where you've got like the graphs drawn up and you've got like all these like equations.
There's an element of that. I'm actually just staring at Nork right now on this minimap. Because look at how much ground he's taken in towards middle, just on his own. Movistar riders are putting a lot of pressure down in towards B here, but they don't care that much, Apeks, because of Nork.
Yeah, it's one great way to utilize an AWP on Vertigo, right? Is if you can just post up on mid, that entire part of the map is locked off. You're going to win the fight if someone walks into you, which normally the mid lurk is slow. It's not just swinging angles, so strong position to be in, and this is such dominant control. Now, there is a player sitting in that smoke, so that could be a concern, but Movi is sticking around at this brawl at the bottom of ramp. They might have to fall back, or they're just going to wait. Apeks established the control early, and Movi respect it. But now they start to come back, wanting to take this control back to their own. kyxsan holding in from Crane, about to get swung on, but good damage done. Drops the HE, falls back towards sandbags. There's the Molotov on Martinez if they do want to flush him out, but they're not going this way. They just show the presence, and they're going back over towards B.
But this isn't going to do anything because you've not put any pressure anywhere else on the map. And Nork can still say, well, guys, look, I haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything in towards mid, which means the justification for this rotate towards B is so smart. Also, there's a molly, but it's not going in towards quad. So that means that Sense can just sit here.
Oh, this is so free for Sense. Especially with 10 seconds left. He can just win the round all by himself. Just needs to sit here, poke at the perfect time. Might not even be needed. Okay, he's won the round. There it is. Sassanito swung as well. But regardless, a beautiful setup from Apeks. Movistar get choked out by Apeks across the map. No presence on B or mid. They try and fight in towards ramp, and Apeks suffocate them.
It's rough. I feel like the correct play would have been for Movistar just to fight and stand their ground. They've been doing that a number of rounds, especially over towards A. If they did it again and they forced Apeks back, there's no utility that Apeks can use. There was such an overcommitment of smokes to gain that ground in the first place. Movistar 11-11, Nork, full blind, doesn't matter. Mopos hits the deck, and now they're disrespecting this smoke, throwing caution to the wind because of the lesser weaponry. Say lesser weaponry, but Movistar riders are all in on this buy.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be with 3 Tech 9s, part of your armada into this round. And Nork has been phenomenal as this map has progressed. A few critical rounds where he's found the opener. Had a good rotation timing as well. Now the player advantage, you're feeling pretty good for Apeks. Adamets does find a kill. Sassanito overextends. Standing out towards the crane. Potentially a rifle to be picked up. Good Molotov forward. Does actually force the smoke out, which makes crossing through gap a bit more tricky, and they want to fight. kyxsan wanting to swing around the back of the smoke. Sense is just spamming on through, and he swings, but can't quite find the kills. A lot of damage done, though, and that might be enough. Adam S jumping through the smokes. jkaem finding all the frags here. Even the last song of the USP, Apeks finding map point.
They're pretty clean. That's just, again, fights in towards A being taken. The lesser weaponry is not really going to have an effect. I like the idea that Movistar just wait half a second and then they death ball in with everyone. But unfortunately, by that point, and by giving Apeks a little bit more time, they've dropped their utility. They prevented you from having clear access onto the site. You can't see everything that's going on, and they're being whittled down. Round 24. It's taken the entire rounds of regulation, and we still might be in for more. However, when I look at the utility, I see 1 smoke, 1 molly, 1 flash. That is it for Movistar riders. They've got to win this round with brawn rather than brain.
Yeah, and it's not the prettiest way to do it. 3 Galils, Mac 10. Against all the tricks, all the tools, everything that Apeks wants. Smoke goes out. jkaem and Sassanito lying in wait. 1 falls though. And jkaem caught off guard by Mopos. We might be seeing an overtime here. Nork gets one back. Sense is going to rotate on over, but it has to be a 2-on-4 now. Bomb planted. And it doesn't matter if you got no utility. Got all the control in the post plant.
Yeah, that's awkward. We'll get back to that in a minute, because right now we're 4-on-2. You've got a lot of flashbangs, but they're on sense. You can't really set up sense as you'd hope for. Great timing on that molly. Sense is now just stuck back in. Flashbang goes forward. Still got Martinez in the bomb site. Smoke will trickle down through, but it has to be up to Sense. Good collection on the first. Hasn't got time to do any more. Movistar Riders, by the skin of their teeth, are going to force OT. And they hit the perfect time in that round. We spoke in the previous about how they had half a second. They waited with the Tech-9s. This time, they just went for it. And they caught Apeks in transition as they're juggling all their utility between themselves.
Yeah, that timing could not have been better. There's even a jump in on the Mac 10 player, but SMG's notably accurate in those situations. Yeah, jkaem's not going to be happy about how he fell there. He's on 26 kills. Call that a 30 bomb in CS2. Into overtime, same rules as CSGO overtime. So the number we're looking for is 16.
Yeah. It's just MR15 now.
That's true. Yeah.
Twelve rounds each. Will pretend it's go. Just presses the accelerator on towards B and does find Sense. Nork still holding in towards middle. Flashbang good enough to get him off the angle. Movistar Riders, it feels like they've changed their gear a little bit. Going through the motions, now going into third rather than second. Being really aggressive here. Taking a lot of these fights proactively. Martinez not on the AWP, on the Krieg again. But he gets the trade.
Nork's been forced to go over towards B, with two of his teammates falling there. Movi heading over towards A. kyxsan is coming over now to join Sassanitos. They're going to have a bit of presence here. Oh, they actually started to go towards ramp, but not seeing anybody. For showing a little bit of presence, they've decided back to B we go. Does mean they're going to face this all, but Orc will have to do something special. Utility rains on over. Ready with it, fires it off, but it's just a leg shot. Back onto the angle though. Smoke does come forward to force him back, and the late lurk comes on through. Martinez has to be ready for two players to come around the corner. Gets the first one, the Krieg striking true. And ready for kyxsan as well, the only remaining player. Should be dealt with momentarily. Beautiful round from Mobby to kick off OT.
Yeah, I really like that. It's interesting that the half commitment on the execute, it wasn't all the bells and whistles, wasn't all the smoke grenades, the flashbangs. They just dropped the mollies in. But by doing that, you create enough of a disruption where if Apeks were tucking into any of these corners, they would have had to have moved, but you're still claiming the space as you walk up. You're not missing that timing window. So obviously they had no intel towards middle, no intel towards A ramp. Just had to go with their gut. Movistar Riders, they strike first, and they're completely blinded, both jkaem and Sense here. Over towards this B stairs position, and now I've got to back off. Now I've got to completely reset.
Interesting he's still using the Krieg. He could have an AWP. He's got the money for it. It's OT money. I'll be feeling like they've been given a lot more space in this overtime than they were being given in regulation.
Ooh.
Martinez takes down Nork. Krieg versus AWP, and he comes out ahead. kyxsan is sitting over the smoke and is rewarded with a kill. Just as it fades, so one back, and you still got two players low on the side of Movi. Moving as a unit, they are going to be making their way over. Mopos catches kyxsan another time. Apeks are caught in transition. Sense getting one back. No denial utility either for this bomb plant. save the single HE.
However,
It is on to...
yeah,
Martinez.
he's dead.
Throwing it now. That'll deny it. Oh, but it goes down. Kill comes through. Mopos gets the trade and a follow-up. Sends us to HP.
What a play. I really like that round as well because Movistar are learning the ramp default. They've not been looking at my blackboard, but they've been taking a little peek as to what's going on. The smoke in towards Gap fades. The other one gets replenished halfway up the ramp, and Martinez is scoping and waiting for Naught to make the next move. Waiting for that opportunity to get the kill in towards Gap. Sure, kyxsan trades it out, but ultimately always has to fall back here. Really impressive stuff. And Martinez now with his sniper deals with the counterpart for Apeks.
Yeah, Nork have been having so much impact towards the end of regulation as well, and he's been kept quiet here, and this is just a straight up hit onto B. All the way in, Alex is found open on descents, and they're just fighting on through. Rotations have to come on over, flashbangs being set up to fight on 4, but it's 3 on 5 bomb. About to be planted. Oh, jkaem does get a kill. Everyone's starting to fall.
4-2. Look, you got to go for this. Of course you do. Last round of the first half in OT. Molly replenished up construction. kyxsan waiting for a lurk that isn't coming in. Look the other way, mate. You got to get your skates on. No kit, remember. 2 versus 4. No flashbangs to get Apeks in either. They've got to brute force the approach here. Oh, and as kyxsan takes contact, he will drop alongside Sassanito. Movistar Riders, it's flawless on the T side, and now they've got 3 opportunities to close out Apeks' map pick.
Yeah, what an incredible resurgence in overtime. Movi looking fantastic on that T side, but it just felt like everything was clicking for them. Apeks felt like they put all their energy just into getting towards map point. Going to be kicking themselves for the way it fell out of their hands in that final round. They've got to focus on the here and now. They need 3 more just to force us to double OT. Remember, it's Movi's map pick up next.
Very impressed with how Movistar have adjusted and adapted in the middle of the game to come back and deal with all the utility that Apeks were throwing at them. And everyone is contributing. It's a team effort to get them here. Had some hero moments from Martinez and Alex. But at the same time, it's all 5 moving pieces for the Movistar puzzle. Can't see anything, at least not for a moment. Martinez can't quite get an angle until Alex hits the deck. Good trade, 4 on 4.
Setting up another flash though. They don't want to stop. Smoke though, blocking the vision. And now the reagress comes through. jkaem and Sassanito. The dink's not enough. They've got a clean pathway through to the side, but a little bit low. So taking their time. It's going to enable this tank to come through from Mopos, but it looks like it's being held for. With him falling, it's all on to Just. Shouldn't be able to get too much done here. Coming on forward, gets the first kill, but that trade is immediate.
Good hold coming in from Nork as well. I think that's a little bit rough for the flank coming in. I think it was Mopos where he fell. He didn't actually take any damage, but he still gave off quite a notable audio cue. I doubt he would have been hurt by Apeks, but if you're not taking any damage, why are you grunting like you had? That's unfortunate. However, they still got chances. Still 2 rounds potentially here for Movistar Riders to close. Otherwise, we're running it right back. Going to OT number 2.
Pressure being applied evenly by Apeks. Not the fast ramp play, just sitting back with the AWP. He plays over towards B, slowly working through there as well, putting a bit of util forward. Really keeping them interested. kyxsan gets into a very nice forward position into the cubby, and he can just chill here.
Yeah, this is nice. I imagine he's going to start calling to Apeks. Well, we've got our ground that we wanted on B. Start to take A, or at the bare minimum, just keep all the rotates there. Interesting smoke being put down as a counter. Movistar Riders don't have all the information. They also have got Just tucked in this corner. Might be mollied out in a second. See sensors lining up an incendiary. Yeah, poor Just. Will now have to deploy a smoke of his own, but again, he can just technically sit here.
Still just barraging through and getting spammed, but still alive for a moment. Nope, he goes flying. kyxsan finds kill as well. And that's just a great pincer. kyxsan's close position, enabling that fast push through, sorry. Flame setting them up by giving them the information on where one player was. Decisive. jkaem demolishing Martinez. Maybe it's going to be the story of flawless T-sides here, as Apeks have a chance to push us to that double OT.
Yeah, maybe. Tactical timeout being called. The only one in overtime that Movistar Riders have. Decide to use it now, because they want to end it in the, well, not so full 30. AWP can be bought if Martinez wants it. Someone would have to drop him it, though. And it would come with a cost of utility as well.
Yeah, overtime economy is still the same as the old days. Means if you lose those first 2 CT rounds, it does mean you have some concessions into the final round of OT. And for Martinez, that's a FAMAS, which kind of sucks. Really not where you want to be, considering the amount of impact he's been having in the server. North gets to be uncontested. Hearing all of that, Martinez decides to fall back.
She doesn't want to give any early kills over. Holding this pixel with the FAMAS. Waiting patiently. This is a lot of space that has been gathered. I'm keeping my eye on Just to see where he's got to. Has he worked his way down B? Looks like it. So that means that more rotates can come over here from Movistar.
Deep spoken towards elevator suggests that they want to scale. Martinez is up on towards headshot, not for long. Deleted. Now they can start to fight on forward, although, okay, jkaem does find the kill. They're planning on the edge of the Molotov. jkaem is doing damage. 34 kills before he stopped. Alex and Just have to pull for 2v4. First contact comes through. kyxsan's ready, not even needed. This is going to double OT. Just has no chance here. kyxsan makes it so.
And we just keep going. We run it right back. We reset it again. It feels like a single CT round is what's going to be the difference between these two teams here. $12,500 replenished into everyone's bank account. We're going again. And OT. Oh, this feels familiar. First to 19.
Yes, this is real OT. Throwback Thursday. The way it used to be back in the good old days of 2 weeks ago.
Nostalgia Monday.
Why are we seeing so many orcs? That's a conversation piece I really want to be keeping an eye on into CS2, because seeing them in almost every round of today.
Yeah, not sure.
And no orc for Martinez.
Oh. A nade for Martinez. Oh, and another one. 44 points of health, and he's not scared. He'll just keep fighting. He'll just keep taking the ground and gaining this information for his team. Apeks, oh, they're pretty convinced. They want to end B. Mockboss. Oh, lazy cleared. And he doubles down as well. kyxsan will finally sink his teeth into him. Rotations will be delayed. Assassinito, as he tries to scale up ramp, can't get past the org.
Yeah, it feels rough for Sense. The half clear might have cost him this round. Enabling another kill on top of it is just brutal. 2.5 kills in that position is more than you would normally hope for. The flank can come quickly as well. Just gotta hope he hits some great headshots. That's really all you're asking for. Tilty forward. kyxsan gonna be the one that has to do the work here. Nork can be set up to clutch, but they have to find a way through, have to find these kills onto the site. Nork's found the first one through the box, but the fast flank comes through. kyxsan under pressure, gets a kill back. So low though. And there's another flank coming. Even if he finds this kill, he's got to just finding the bomb. Smoke's giving him space to work with, so more than you thought he'd get done. But playing around, it swings, no way. Just has every idea, knows where he is behind the double box, and he is able to find it. The heroics denied, and Movi take the first round in double OT.
Fair play, kyxsan. Fair play. Leading by example there for Apeks. Somehow winning out both of those kills on the flank, but just simply swings. First blood drawn. First round in overtime on the CT side gained by Movistar Riders. And that's going to hurt if you're Apeks because you were on the cusp of greatness. And now you've been smacked down. And suddenly, where we called the one CT round potentially being the breaking point, it's arrived really early.
And it should have been a little bit easier than it was at the end. You never write Apeks out of these rounds. kyxsan opens up this one too.
That's a good find though. jkaem falling. And the heaviest hitter for Apeks so far, Martinez plucks him out the sky and towards middle. Just taking a very passive line in towards B. At the perfect time, as that boost is being set up as well. Martinez versus Nork in mid. It's a tantalizing prospect, but currently they're separated by this big wooden pillar.
Sanito finds Moppos. And again, kyxsan's managed to find this space. Seems to always be a fast trade, but Alex is very low. He's the only one over at A at the moment. Thankfully for Movi, it doesn't look like that's the destination. Flashbang over reveals his position, but Nork still walks into it. Now Martinez can start to get active. The hit's coming on through, just playing behind the generators. The HE4 just graces him. Gotta be worried about this AWP. There it is. Martinez strikes. Now just can just run on forward and run sense down.
Nicely done. I really like the way that Martinez is playing that, because not only does he flash to keep the B defense on lock and to keep just involved, it also baits Nork in for that peak, and then he's holding just in case Apeks are scaling and then trying to overwhelm players. Take space beyond the bomb site. That's so often what Apeks were doing against Aurora. Not just settling for the control that they had, but to push beyond it and take it with force. That doesn't happen. That's not allowed. Movistar Riders double down in the second stages of overtime. Final round of the half coming into play here. But because of these bomb plants, Apeks have just enough to reinvest.
2 CT rounds, feeling pretty darn good for Movi right now. Third, feel like enough. jkaem finally finds success, an opener in this double OT. He's been fighting for it, but struggling. Towards the sandbags, but all of the smokes blocking off any vision currently. You can see there was a HE thrown forward, but a second smoke prevented vision. Those flames, they extinguished immediately. Ooh, spotted something. Potentially. Maybe not. Okay, now he has. jkaem, not gonna be feeling great about that one.
That's wild. That's just a pixel through the gap and the top ball in. Moppos just finding B empty. But with progression in towards mid from Martinez, this feels like a little bit of an overcommit. I feel like you do this because Apeks don't have any space in towards A. You still got the right positioning from Adam, but he's dropped. Now your rotates need to come over fast.
Apeks start to scale. Utility on forward, smokes, HEs, everything over the top. Again, it's this elevator smoke. Close smoke thrown down, and it reveals Moppos. Sense gets a nice kill. Putting into a 2-player advantage now. Bomb still needs to go down. kyxsan given the responsibility of that. Justice hanging out on the other side of the smoke, but 2 versus 4. Have to go for this one. A smoke in play for Just. 2 players are low, but that's not going to really impact the orb too much. Martinez now going over towards headshot. Justice spotted out. Cops a little bit of flak damage. Even further still coming on in. Waiting for it. Waiting for the strike. It's got to be Martinez. No chance. Sassanito with 2 to close out the round. Apeks getting 1 on the T side.
But will it be enough? They stop the momentum, I suppose, but at the same time, you're still working back from this deficit. 17-16. Movistar Riders need 2 rounds. Apeks would need all of them in a row. So pressure definitely on the shoulders of Apeks. So you've got to remember, this is their map pick. Been forced to not 1, but 2 overtimes now from Movistar Riders. Obviously, money replenished side swapped over. But it was the CT side that Apeks were struggling with.
Slightly safer way to throw the incendiary that you often see thrown up over wood. Presence towards B early. Bobby going to take their time with this round. Might get to see a bit of an orb brawl over towards ramp. Multiple boosts being set up to enable Martinez to have a bit of a nosy around, jump over as well, but all could fallen off the angle. They're hearing all this scoping as well. So you know a bit about what's going on.
Trying all the tricks. Molly, that's going to separate a couple of these players. But it doesn't matter. Mob Boss finds the first. Sassanito somehow alive, but the Molly is not fully extinguished. Alex catches him. I don't know. But Movistar Riders are in a 4-on-2.
Take him. Oh, look, Martinez is going to fire that shot off. Just gets the kill, though. Sense gets 1 back, and he'll still play a low, but he has to find 3. They know where he is. Bomb being planted. Yeah, he gets a little bit lost. I can't believe that Molotov. That might be the difference in this round. There is money. You can see Sense was told, just go for it. There was an immediate change. He was thinking about saving that orb, but instead, sticking around, playing over smokes, and taps the bomb, swings on through, but Martinez is ready for it, and Movi onto map point.
I can't believe that didn't extinguish the full Molly. It's because of the position he's thrown it, right? He's thrown it right in the back right corner, but I don't know. I feel like that should have extinguished all of it.
Yeah. Especially if it's already extinguished half of it, right? I don't know.
No half measures now for Apeks. Has to be 2 in a row. Movistar Riders 2 chances to close this game out. We've been here before.
On the CT side, they have to do it. And it starts with an opener. Mob falls. Don't want to squander this lead you've just managed to get. Alex going on a little bit of a mission. Slowly, surely, into the flames, pushing on forward, kicks in. Oh, lucky. Alex has to retreat. Could have got a little bit messy. Apeks a couple of times have been caught on some of these timings when Movistar decided to get aggressive.
You can't blame kyxsan there, because that's a Movistar Riders Molotov that Alex has just run through. That's kind of wild. Nearly worked. They're trying every trick in the book. We've had the Martinez boosts. Now we've got running through your own incendiaries. Martinez, gets overwhelmed. That's 2 to Zanames. Now it's Just and Alex. That's a good kill and a follow-up. Just finds both. 2 versus 5 now neutralized into a 2 versus 3. And with 35 seconds left, guess what? You don't even need to commit in towards A. But they will.
Stuck around a little bit too long on ramp to the CTs. Cost them their lives and gives Movistar a potential opportunity. Still a very difficult round. Look at these CTs. They're poised to strike. Flicking on through, trying to overwhelm. And it's beautiful. Alex gets one, but all is allowed. And maybe, just maybe, we have another OT in store as Apeks just need one round.
Good design by Apeks as well to find that opening kill. Was the deep smoke we're now familiar with them throwing in towards Gap. However, this time Assassinito stands in it and gets flashed through. jkaem mollies mid, trying to prevent aggressive plays. Adams catches that one. Not for as much as I thought it would do. That molly's now spreading on towards kyxsan. This is so rough.
Kyxsan has to get out of there. I mean, there's a bit of a mind gate. I guess the smoke now goes. Yeah, this is what you got to be worried about. They know you're there. But if you stay, they might think, oh, he's gotten back. And oh, the deep smoke. We saw this earlier. Apeks pulled this one out to get onto map point originally, getting all that control down towards A. This time around, it's just to focus the attention of Movi elsewhere. Force them into a trap of Apeks design that Plus thinks about. Just trying to test what's going on. A flash through on the fade. No immediate response from Apeks. It's just Assassinito jumping at sandbags, ready to throw Molly on contact.
Apeks have done well to still hold the amount of utility that they've got. Assassinito can't hold on to his life. Now, Alex is going to scale. It's going to try and sell the idea that Movistar Riders want to commit in towards A, but they don't. They want to go B, but Apeks haven't fallen for it.
They just stay. They just stay. What a call. What a gamble. And it might just secure them into triple OT. Martinez is low, senses in towards quad. They can't flush him out. He's just sitting here, getting spammed. And Alex has found a kill, but there's the swing from Sense, and it's a double. And we run it back once again. A third overtime required.
They just can't do it. Movistar Riders cannot close this game. They've tried. They've now had 2 occasions. They've had 5 map points in overtime. And they just can't manage it. Triple overtime. Your money, it's reset again. And if the previous overtimes are anything to go by, Movistar Riders should come out the gate swinging. Win a round like it's nothing.
Everyone is so zoned into this game at the moment. Special props to jkaem, who's almost on 40 kills. Fighting towards ramp. Neat little flashbang over the top. Was forced off the angle. This is feeling much more like Go Vertigo this round. This fight at ramp. The cat and mouse game of utility.
Just feels like a Go game in general. Just T-side. Just smashing their head against the wall. At times, just a lot of resistance being put up here. Good control in towards mid. jkaem on the off angle finds the opening kill. Comes with under a minute left on the clock. Now if you're Movistar Riders, you've got space in towards B stairs, you've got space in towards ramp. You need to pick one.
Play it down there. It does get difficult. Apeks can just sit back. The comfy set up and might be made comfortable. No, Mobius just walks through. Kyxsan's kicking himself. A kill goes on over, but there's a response. Nork on the angle, gets one as well. Sense finds Justin's onto Martinez. Nice shot. Not going to be ready for the player in short though. Assassinito's there to secure it.
Really important kill that Sense gets on Just over towards B, because Just was looking to go for exactly the same play that Mopos was. And if he hit that timing, if he got that kill on towards Sense, then the defense would be completely scrambled. They wouldn't be in that position. Martinez would have had that room. And now the match pauses again. First to 22. You just saw it on the screen there. Apeks this time draw first blood. The first time they've managed to do that in overtimes.
Tell you what an absolute incredible map to kick off this best of 3. We knew this was going to be an exciting affair with these two teams in the upper bracket here. And it is delivering. Vertigo, a map that everyone enjoys because it gives you such high quality games like this. Have you on the edge of your seat the whole time.
It's going to be a B split. A couple of players in towards B stairs at the moment, trying to get Martinez on these angles. Sense drops the smoke to prevent progression. Even gets thrown another one by his teammate. Meanwhile, with mid, there's a boost being set up as well. Apeks needs to navigate through all of these different variables, and Alex hits the head of jkaem. That's the opening kill. That draws Sense in towards middle, and that means there's space on B.
Sense is going to feel uncomfortable here. They're not going B, though. Back over towards A, and it's still a pretty decent setup here for Apeks. You've got Nork up on the rafters. Asanito tucked in towards yellow. Nork, oh, of course! Moppos, what a kill! The trade is immediate, and Alex with the AWP gets one back, but not ready for kyxsan. Up close. Keeping things interesting. Low HP on one player, do remember that. But look over towards B. Just has found all the space.
And Apeks know this as well, because where the retreat was immediate for Movistar, now you got to be thinking, well, where has Just got to? It's got to be around one of these close corners. kyxsan flies down, but can't hit the shot. Sense will trade, but now has to find a couple more. Alex is low on the angle, dealt with. Sense, the youngster, trying to be a rebel, but can't quite manage it. Adames hits the headshot. 19-19, we're all stalemate again.
Oh, you start to believe that 3K. As soon as the kill comes through onto the AWP, it's a 1v1. He spots the player. Down to the wire. But great positioning from Just. Great lurk out just to get into that deep position. Even getting the kill into kyxsan. Despite that attempt to jump into him. 19-19. This is anyone's game. kyxsan's brought down low, dealt with eventually. Opener for Movi.
Quite a clean one as well, only comes with about 50% damage on towards Moppos. We now slow things down again. Scaling. Trying to just secure anything, but this has always been the contact play. This is always what Apeks want to do. Asanito takes the contact. jkaem to mop up a few more. And Sense is here as well for good measure. You're never expecting the B player. Apeks finds 20. Movistar Riders on the back foot.
And there's Sense delivering a massive 2K. Starting to see a bit from this youngster. He's got 10 assists mind as well. Apeks finally at the lead in a half in OT. Remember the first OT was 3-0 for Movi. Second one was, what, 2-1, I think? So now Apeks feeling like they can finally, potentially, take their map pick after they were denied in regulation.
But it's got to be jkaem getting more than 40 kills, I guess. Absolutely wild. Sense just peering over the top of this smoke. Flashbang's good to allow Martinez on the angle, but Sasanito knows his tricks. Backs off just before the smoke expires. Deep molly, still no one on these angles. No kill presenting itself so far for Martinez.
Oh, flashbang is great. jkaem shot, beautiful. Both Asanito and jkaem locking into that angle. Martinez had nowhere to go. No hope there. Forward smoke. Not the one way you'd see in CSGO, but it works for Mudbuzz with a double. Pops them up, and now player advantage for Mobby. Oh no! kyxsan catches both. A smoke thrown on forward, and it's at the worst possible time. kyxsan gets his revenge for all the times he was punished earlier, but maybe Justin gets something back. Over the top, puts it into the 2-on-2. He's still looking, still hunting. But he's found eventually an Apeks. 21. Map point on their pick.
What happened to Mopos?
He died.
Yeah, I guess.
It wasn't that he DC'd. I think he actually died during the round.
Yeah, damn, okay. I was looking at the HUD, I was like, oh, he's still 2-on-2. I was looking at the map, I was like, where's he gone? Couldn't find him. Doesn't matter, not needed. Apeks, 2 chances to close. 2 opportunities to take their map pick. One that they fought so hard for. One that's been deadlocked for the longest amount of time. And a fantastic flash on the angle. Martinez doesn't give a damn.
Oh, the trade as well with the HE.
Hello, look at jkaem up B.
Not for
Never
long.
mind.
This one. Time to dwindle, although Nork gets one back. Martinez has to immediately scope in and walk back over towards A. Jacob and Nork. 2 of the big hitters. Look at this aggression. Doubling up in towards Gap. You're never expecting this. Mopos on the swing. Collects both.
Could be quad OT.
Oh, this is the game that never ends. MR12 was meant to make these quicker games. You could have 2 entire maps in this particular one.
Still, Movistar Riders need to do this. They need to win this round. They need to force Apeks towards that quadruple overtime. Martinez on the same angle again. I feel like Apeks are going to go B here. I feel like with the amount of space that jkaem got in the previous round, he's going to coordinate that over towards kyxsan. Surely they reset and can take B. The space is there. kyxsan, how has he found Martinez?
Keeping the pressure on. This early brawl, but look through the wall there. You could see how many players are over towards B. And there's 2 still on A. They're the only ones remaining. jkaem might have just won this map right there with the entries. 43 kills to his name. Adam S and Alex are 2 versus 4. After all that Movi have been through, all the chances they've had, it all comes down to this. HG doing even further damage. They're limping. And they're falling out of this map. It's all under Adam S, and he's spotted by kyxsan. Apeks, after a grueling triple overtime, finally take their map pick.
What a call as well. You got to give a lot of credit for jkaem for spotting that and saying it's kyxsan. They're heavy prioritizing ramp. That's all they've been doing all overtime long. There is space over towards B. They send 3.